Hi there everyone, so this is Pokket and I am actually going to start a new video series called Underrated, and it's basically going to be free to play online games that I cover, most of which aren't your AAA titles and whatnot. And so I'm starting off with Path of Exile, which is still in beta at the moment. And I haven't, this is like, it's not just first impressions. I'm going to be actually going through and playing the game and doing a 3 to 4 part series on it. Basically a mini let's play of these games. And so I'm actually really excited about this. And I, right now, am currently in the character creation for Path of Exile. So let's check this out. I'm going to create. If you're in this section, like this is what you first see once you log in. And if you push cancel, you can actually access your options and whatnot, which is kind of important to some people. You know, they want to be able to access that. So I'm actually going to create. Let's make the name Hillarage. And okay. Oh, no class selected. Duh, I gotta select a class. So we got the witch.
If only they had listened to their cowardice. Had they not taken my home with fire, I would not have
Oh,
taken
she's
their
reading. I see.
children.
Okay.
Fire.
And my giggles.
Taken their children.
Oh, come on. No, who would
Now
take that
banished
name?
to
That's
their
such an
dwellings,
uncommon name.
I've heard the dark rumors, seen the terror in the other.
So we are now starting out on the witch. So we are on the island. We are just waking up in the water. Apparently there was a giant crash, and here we are. Now I started out as a shadow, and I didn't do very well, so I switched to range because I thought I'd do a little better on it, and sure enough, I find out that I will do a little better on it. So right here, I'm shooting at scorpion bots, and they die. One thing I noticed about this is there's no like combat text over you or over your enemies that you're shooting. And that's one thing I found a little discouraging because, you know, it'd be nice to know when I miss, when I dodge, you know, if I crit, and stuff like that. It's not necessarily an essential, but it is nice to have. I guess that's just part of the spoiled gamer in me. I don't know. Another thing I noticed almost immediately is that when I lost health, it did not regen. So your health, whether you're in combat or not, won't regen. You basically will have to have potions. It does make it a bit harder because if you run out of potions and you get low on health, well then you're probably either going to have to be really, really careful and really, really good, or you're just really, really screwed. Anyway, so mana does actually regen. So if you use mana, it will regen over time. It's just the health that won't. Right now I'm in the starting area. It looks like it's relatively easy. You have these zombies everywhere and these scorpions shooting rocks out of their behinds and stuff like that. And so it's fairly easy actually, and fairly easy to navigate. There's a lot of options that you can get into. Like you can actually put the map over you. I find it a little distracting because the map is a bit cumbersome when it's over your character. You can't really see your character as much. It'd be nice if you could sort of make it bigger and more transparent to the side, sort of like a Terra map, but it doesn't really matter that much. Now, as you see in the chess piece that just appeared, there will be yellow sockets on it, and here I open it and there's yellow sockets over it. And you can actually get gems and socket your gear, and you do that by just dragging and dropping the gem into your gear. And it's relatively easy. And one thing I learned while playing this is that your pieces of armor will actually upgrade. Like the gems will upgrade while you're using it. The gems basically give you new abilities. And so you have your auto attack, which is going to be your left, which isn't really an auto attack. You have to actually press it. And then you have your attacks that you get with gems. Like when I tried out the ranger, it was after this that I tried out the ranger, but I got like a burning arrow and a cleave, and so that was interesting to use, and I really liked that. And I like that it leveled up as well, just automatically. It's sort of like skill upgrades. You also have a spec tree that you can open, which I do not do in this video, but I will be sure to do it next video. I did it after I recorded the video, but it's the third you see the health bar. It's the third button on the right. It opens sort of a tree, and you can choose to go different angles. Like with the ranger, you can choose to go evasion, or you can go attack speed. So, and it leads to different directions. Eventually, you can loop back around, but it takes a while to do that. And I'm not sure if you'll ever get enough points to do that, but I'm imagining you might. You don't have to actually fight these. You can keep going, and there's a big boss that you'll see here in a moment that I'll fight. One thing I did learn though is that you can just keep running from all these creatures. Like you can just run forever from these creatures and pass a lot of content via doing that. Now you don't necessarily want to because you do have quests that you need to get to. But one thing I did do in and basically when I continued playing after the making of this video is I just kept running past everything till I got to where I needed. So one thing I'd like to see is maybe add some more creatures with slows or stuns so that way it's not as easy to just skip content like that. Um, this is the beginning of this game, and I have played the Diablos. Well, I played Diablo 3, so I do know about how to navigate and play. And this one is fun. It's click to move, obviously. You just hold down your mouse and move, or you can click. You don't see the actual clicks on the ground, but it's not really that big of a deal. For the starter boss, he's easy. He is easy. You can evade most of his attacks, if not all. And one cool thing is that when you're on the ranger, you actually see arrows stick in him. Like they don't just disappear as soon as they hit him. And so if it takes you long enough, he'll have like 50 arrows in him by the time you kill him. It's pretty funny looking. I do enjoy the art style of this game. It has sort of a dark feel, but still pretty realistic looking, which is pretty. I like it. I like that sort of art style, the dark but realistic looking style. As you see here, I'm actually testing out the inventory and what to equip, and I'm seeing if I can equip things, but I cannot equip those. I think you can actually have two different armor sets and weapon sets. I haven't dove too far into that because I haven't gotten enough armor and weapons to do that, but I want to do that once I hit max level. Wow. Once I get a little further in the game. And I want to experiment more. Of course, by next video, I'm going to do a lot more and try to get around and get to harder, higher level content. I'm sure things won't be as easy to skip and as easy to get around when you get to harder content of things that probably do a lot more damage and you'd have to actually kill or be killed. And so I look forward to that, and I look forward to doing more of these videos. All the beginning videos, of course, are going to be sort of the format of a first impressions, which, well, I guess that's kind of how it happens because I'm showing me just logging into the game and getting, the combat down and all of that. So naturally it is sort of going to end up being like that, but I do want them to end up being more in the Let's Play sort of area and not just first impressions. I plan on playing this until my next video so I can get into higher level content, and you can see that. As you can see right there, as I mouse my cursor over it, the doors are actually highlighted. And so they're highlighted on the map. You can see the orange on the map represents doors that you can go in, and the blue represents waypoints. So that's important to note. So if you go over there and you click in between the archway, it's a door and it'll port you out. You do have to click on it. You can't just run through it. And then a waypoint, of course, you have to click on that as well, and it shows you places you can go on the map, and there are two quests. There are two question marks, and there are two quests there. So let's go and do that. This is actually a little bit of a higher, this is a little bit harder. This is the area that I actually ended up just running past everything, but as you can see, these mobs actually throw stuff at you. They're a lot faster. They run after you, and so that's important to note. And so I actually when I ended up just running through the map, I'd have 15 on me, like, all the time. I think that they would begin to leash or lose track of me, but I was in this area, and what happened that made me just want to run is they kept respawning so fast while I was on the ranger that it was just better to run because I couldn't keep up with how many I had to kill. And so yeah, that's why I did that. Now. Whoa, you need to back up. Oh my god, there's more of them. Okay, this is certainly starting to step up the, how hard it is. Okay. Zombies are pretty easy. So, this is pretty much, you know, just a let's play. I'm going to go through, play these games. I'm going to, on each one, I'm going to start out, like, first creating the character and getting in and showing, you know, what to expect when you first get into the game. And then I'm going to switch it to basically moving on and showing you some later stuff and more. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. You are way faster than me, that's for sure. Showing you some more advanced stuff. Like, it depends on the game. Like, if there's questing or leveling, I'm going to show you that. And, or gathering more skills and stuff like that. And then I'm going to show you some side miscellaneous things to do in the game. Like crafting and whatnot, if they have it. And so I want to get into that. And if you have anything you specifically want to see after seeing a couple of the videos, I can go back and whoa, those people have fire. Specifically look at those things. If you have any specific games that you'd like to see, leave that in a comment below. I will be sure to get to those. I want to keep these around 10 minutes or so. Really depends. Oh my gosh, I'm getting owned. Look how many of them there are. Oh my gosh. Stop chasing me. Okay, you know what? You're just going to have to get owned. There we go. And we got a shield. So that's the beginning of this. You've seen a little bit. I plan on playing this some more and basically showing people what it's about. Might even end up streaming. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Pokket, and we'll upload some cool things I see in the game to my YouTube eventually. And look forward to doing this. If you could, if you have any suggestions for improvement, of course, you can always leave that in a comment below as well. Constructive criticism is always welcome on anything. And, yeah, goodbye, guys and gals.